Cat Claw Championships Rank 12, Rank Up Test 3. It's one of the most hated stages that I've seen in all of Battle Cats. It's definitely one of the hardest as well, being one of the only 12-star difficulty stages. And so today you'll see the two runs of 12-3, both uberless. I personally found some enjoyment in the stage simply due to the strategy that I had to implement. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so this is my first no gacha run, and previously I'd beaten this with Uber usage. I think I used 4 Ubers, but this time I had a feeling that I could beat it without gacha, so I just spent around 30 minutes trying to get this run, and I did manage to pull it off. So it starts obviously boring, you're just saving up money. That's kind of half the reason why everyone hates this stage, is because the start is so long, and it takes you such a long time to max out your wallet. But this, cone is just, surprisingly enough, still takes you like a good 4 minutes with the speed up to max your wallet. So it takes quite a long time, and again, that's another reason why people hate the stage. And I think the strategy that I had in mind, having after many failed attempts before, is you send out Ural first, and then after a bit you can send out Loser, so you can get the Ural off cooldown slightly faster when the boss rockwave comes out. You'll see what I mean later. Around here is around the correct time to stop spamming meat shields, which is the main key to beat the stage. Is you don't want to be spamming meat shields if you don't have to, and you'll see what I mean. So the boss shockwave comes, and now all your meat shields are pretty much useless. They are detrimental to your defense, because you see all your attackers die if you send out meat shields. If you don't have attackers, then meat shielding is fine, but since you do have the 2 attackers here, being Loser and Ural, you don't want to meat shield at all. So that's the main reason why I think a lot of people die on the stage, is simply because they keep on meat shielding and they shouldn't, and then the Ubers just die. And you can see there that both the Ubers kind of lasted, both of my special units did last quite a while, even though they got hit by Okame like 3 times. So now this A is dead, I can go on to trying to kill this duck. And what you usually want to do is you want to lure the duck, and eventually it'll approach the base, and then you can send out Loser, which should completely destroy the duck. And right now you do want to meat shield, otherwise your Loser will die pretty quickly. And I did so, and I also used Super Feline in order to get a little bit of extra DPS. But as soon as I see the Okame approaching, you stop meat shielding again, because you need that duck to die. If that duck doesn't die, you are screwed. You cannot infinitely stall the Okame if the duck doesn't die, and you can see there, I got pretty lucky, as the Okame is very close to my base here. The duck died, so pretty much this last phase is just controlling the peons with the Okame, because actually Sumo Cat can infinitely stall. So what I really needed here was a clutch Super Feline, which I missed, but it died anyway thanks to Go On. So at this point though, I think the Okame starts hitting my base, and I start to panic just a little bit. I need that seal to die so I can push up slightly further, and it does. So that Breaker Blast does come into full effect, and all I need to do now is kill the seal and keep on going with the defense that I have, and it should eventually die. So I think that's what I pulled off here. There's so many small things about this stage which really get to you when you're trying such a difficult run like this. And one of them is your attacker timing on the last phase. You can see that because I did pretty well in sending out CAT and Courier, that it died pretty early, I would say. And my base had a good amount of HP, so that was my loadout. Everything is maxed in this loadout, except for Cyberpunk, which is 50 plus 1, of course, that's my 1 gacha unit, and Super Feline, which is 20 plus 80. But Super Feline is so clutch in this stage, especially for that last phase. It can completely win you this stage. For this run, I just used exactly the same loadout, except I switched out Sumo for Rokat. Sumo kind of doesn't really do that much, apart from stalling out the Okame, so I thought, why not just use Rokat instead and try out the run. And funnily enough, I beat this in 2 attempts, so thanks to my prior experience with the stage, I did manage to beat this very quickly. So it's pretty much all the same thing. I went for 2 Cyberpunks, which with max slow talents you don't really need more, so I found that worked out the best in terms of, by the time I managed to get 2 Cyberpunks down that also my wallet was maxed, and I could send out the special units. So you see here, I have maxed wallet again while I wait for the second cyberpunk, and we will send out. So that should happen, and we'll just keep on doing this. Yeah, I found this run to be a lot easier with Vocat, simply because Vo is also an infinite store. However, it's much better than against the peons that are supporting the Okame in the final phase. And boss shockwave happens again, and do the same thing, stop me shielding, and just get the DPS in on the Rangmaster. If you can't kill the Rangmaster, pretty much, it's not game over, but it becomes a lot more sketchy. And I see my who will die here, and my loses on second knockback, I believe. So I'm very concerned that this Rangmaster won't die. And I think here, I don't think it died. I think it survived with one knockback left. So I was in a pretty bad situation here. I did kind of need to kill this really quickly, but I think, yeah, no, I had two knockbacks left. So I did need to kill it quickly, but then the duck came out. So then I realized, okay, it's gonna perhaps be a lost run, but they still have a chance since Uberl and Loser are both now nearly off cooldown, so maybe Loser can get enough damage in, and you'll see that he does. And Uberl support also helps so much. And yeah, it dies here, and this duck is pretty much helpless to the stuff that I'm sending out. I do send out Vocat there, I'm really not sure why I did, but the duck just died in time, and you can see here that that yeah, the Vocat is just so much better at stalling out this peon wave than Super Cat. But we can also help so much with your damaging units. So yeah. I found this run to be so much easier, and I think I was pretty right. It only took me like 2 tries, I think, so really not too bad. Super Feline also did help out a little bit, just in case the servo didn't die, or in case the extra DPS to put in. So I think this Okame just died and really didn't have any problems here making the stage at this point. So yeah, that's the end of this second run. Now I believe my Vocat is around level 63 with the red Talon Orb. So it's very stacked, but realistically you can do the same with Talons if you had enough NP. So that's the second run, and yeah, I don't know. I've yet to do this time. To me, 12-3 is one of my favorite stages, simply because it gets you to try the innovative strategy of, not using your shields. So I can understand why people really hate the stage, but I think it should be definitely shown some love, since it does force you to optimize your loadout, optimize your strategy, and not make mistakes, which to me, at the end of the day, does make a level good. However, the start is very long, which I do agree is annoying, but apart from that, I think it's a great level. I don't hate it that much now that I've beaten it pretty much gacha-less, with Super Feline though. But yeah, I think this level did kind of grow on me a bit, so I hope it does to you as well, because it's definitely one of the well-designed levels. And so with that, I think I'll just wrap up the video, so see you later.